Here today to sort of remind farmers and our audience about the supports that can be accessed by farms to enhance biodiversity on farm. The Kootenay Boundary Farm Advisors is an agricultural extension program in the Kootenay Boundary region, designed specifically to support farmers with agricultural extension activities. Although I'm a farm advisor with the Kootenay Boundary Farm Advisors, and that's sort of the hat that I'm wearing here today. I'm also an environmental farm plan advisor, and I'm going to be speaking more about the environmental farm plan specifically because it has funding specifically to enhance on-farm biodiversity. The Kootenay Boundary Farm Advisors is strictly an agricultural extension sort of knowledge transfer program where there is no funding to actually support on-farm projects. But all these programs, in a way, we kind of cross-pollinate and support each program to sort of get the right programs into the hands of farms. So if you ever know of a farmer looking just for general support, you can point them to the Kootenay Boundary Farm Advisors, and we can help them navigate the labyrinth of programs that exist out there, either for environment or any type of on-farm infrastructure project. Here we have the homepage of the Investment Agriculture Foundation. At the top, you can see programs that are open. This is if you just went to the homepage of Investment Agriculture Foundation. And you can also scroll down, and here you find Beneficial Management Practices Program. Computer is jumping around. The Beneficial Management Practices Program is an annual program. So the good thing about this is farmers know it's coming up every single year. In order to access the Beneficial Management Practices Program, every farm needs an environmental farm plan. Every farm in BC can access a free environmental farm plan. It's a fairly easy process. And once you have that environmental farm plan done, free, confidential, relatively easy to get, then every farm can access the Beneficial Management Practices Program as long as they have a GST number. Now, once you click on Beneficial Management Practices Program, you'll see there's two areas to this program. There's plans, and then there's projects. They call it environment. So there's a planning part that you can get funding for, and then there's a projects part. They call it environment, but those are the projects. That's where you can actually get funding for shrubs and for vegetative buffers and things like this. And this is important to note because sometimes to do a project, you actually need a plan. And there's a lot of different plans that you can receive. Actually, this is the project I'm just switching. So if you were to click on the plans button, you realize you can get 100% funding for plans. And some of these plans include a biodiversity management plan, where you can get $3,000 for a plan. And you hired a professional and they'll write a plan. And in this plan, it can highlight areas where you can enhance your on-farm biodiversity by planting certain trees or doing buffer strips or revegetating riparian areas. There's also other plans that you can get funding for, and you can overlap these plans, like a riparian management plan or a vegetative buffer plan. Now, you don't always need a plan in order to get project funding, but sometimes you do, and it can be helpful. And then once you have your plan, you can actually implement a project. And this is specifically for biodiversity projects. You can get up to $25,000, but that is a cost share ratio of 50%. So Investment Agriculture Foundation kicks in 25 grand, and you're matching an additional 25. And this can include so many different areas to enhance on-farm biodiversity. Like I said, it can be vegetative buffer strips. It can be enhancing pollinator habitats on your farm. If you identify any type of species at risk, it can be enhancing their habitat. It can be for improving your haying equipment. So getting flushing bars on your haying equipment so you're not, disturbing baby birds during nesting season in your hay fields. It can include fencing riparian areas, improving salamander habitat, all these types of areas. So this is, in a snapshot, the Beneficial Management Practices Program. I hope that showing this screenshot sort of helped you understand the baseline of where you can get some information. But at the end of the day, you can always contact the Kootenay Boundary Farm Advisors or Investment Agriculture Foundation, and they can walk any farm through the steps to access funding and supports to explore enhancing on-farm biodiversity. So thank you very much. Bye-bye.